Good afternoon, Bullpup faculty and staff. This is the Friday Focus for October 13. Hello, Bullpups. Many of you know that improving the Friday Focus in terms of the number of people it reaches has been my Genius Hour project for this year. That said, I also do not want to become boring by sticking to only one video format, and so today, as you can see, we are in a much different location than usual. Additionally today, we'll try something new in that we will have our first ever guest appearance on the Friday Focus. It is extremely hard to believe that the first quarter is over today. I don't know about you, but the older I get, the faster time seems to go by, especially in terms of school years. Speaking of first quarter, grades for the first quarter will be due at 3:15 on Wednesday the 18th. See Mrs. Rice in the 6th grade office if you have any questions or need help with your grades being finalized. Also coming up next week, we have picture retakes on Monday. If you have not yet taken a picture with LifeTouch this year, please make a point to be in on Monday and take that picture. This will be the picture used in our school yearbook, and it is something that we want to definitely be a quality product. Up next, we'll have our first ever guest appearance on the Friday Focus. Welcome back. Today we have the privilege of visiting with the greatest school librarian in the history of all schools.
Thank you.
Mrs. Georgia Sweetwood. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Sweetwood.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be part of your Friday Focus, Mr. Fonenstill.
You're very welcome. So it's my understanding that you are here today to talk a little bit about your Genius Hour project.
I am.
And some upcoming competition that you may have lined out for the faculty and staff here at ACMS.
Well, I know how competitive our faculty is. And as the librarian of Ark City Middle School, my main focus is to make our students love reading and of course become lifelong learners. And to do that, it's a daunting task, and we all as a village at ACMS have to do it together. So I want to enlist your assistance by hosting a friendly faculty reading competition. Now this will begin next 9 weeks. So here is the faculty challenge. It says, are you ready for a little bit of reading fun and friendly competition? During the second quarter, starting next week, pick at least 2 of the following challenge items, read the books, and take an AR test by December 15th. And it needs to be a book that you haven't read before too. How many AR points can you earn, and share your results? Would you like me to give the challenge list?
Sure.
Okay, there are 10 here, so you have a lot to choose from. A book taught by your grade level ELA or reading teachers, a book recommended by a colleague, that could be me or another person, a book on a children's award list, a book that's been made into a movie, a book recommended to you by a student, they always have good recommendations, a book you chose by the cover, a book that makes you laugh, a book published in the last 2 years, 2016 through 2018, a book on a genre you usually avoided. For me, that would be graphic novels, and a book picked out by myself or Debbie. We have good ideas for you. So we want you, if you decide to accept our challenge, stop by the library next week, sign your reading challenge form, and get your home base involved too. Ask them for suggestions on some books you could read. After you start reading, share an excerpt from your book, a funny passage, an opening line, an interesting dialogue. The possibilities are endless. And we hope to see you next week in the library for this friendly faculty reading competition. Oh, wait, did I say prizes?
Oh, no, you did not mention prizes yet.
Okay, well there will be a first and a second place prize for the top 2 faculty readers for each grade level. So we'll see what happens. Oh, point earners too. So,
All right, that sounds fun.
I hope so. I think a lot of people should hopefully volunteer and start reading.
All right, sign me up.
Okay, I'll sign you up.
All right. All right, well, Mrs. Sweetwood, I want to thank you for everything you do and for being here today on the Friday Focus.
Okay, well, I really feel privileged to be here.
Good.
Okay. Oh, but Mr. Fonenstill,
Yeah?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Well, a lot of people have that question. Why are you always wearing a hat during your Friday Focus?
Well, I figured that would come up at some point, and the truth of the matter is there's something wrong with this office. I filmed the videos in this office, and when I don't have the hat on, there seems to be a glare right in this area.
Oh, I don't
Never
see it.
here, never here or here, but right here, there's just a glare. And whether it's on the other wall or this wall, I just can't seem to get rid of it. So I just choose to wear the hat. Plus then I have the excuse that we're trying to sell these to make some money for our different accounts.
I like that. Good, that's a good reason.
All
Thank you
right.
for sharing.
All right, well, thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Final thoughts. On Tuesday the 3rd, I had the opportunity to be a guest presenter at the Leadership Cali County class at Southwestern College. It was a fun opportunity to share about school leadership and compare it with different leadership techniques used outside education. During the class, I had the opportunity to be a guinea pig for an adaptive leadership scenario. This was an eye-opening experience for me in seeing the perception brought forth by non-educators. In the upcoming weeks, I will share more with you regarding technical and adaptive leadership, as I believe the activities in these areas could be very useful in our classrooms. If you've ever taken a leadership class, just imagine James McGregor Burns meets Socrates. More on this later. This concludes this edition of the Friday Focus. Special thanks to Mrs. Georgia Sweetwood for being making our first ever appearance on the Focus. Have a superlative weekend.